right, what's up, everybody? C Moses here. This is C Moses Real Time. It has been a little bit, but we are back. This video is titled "The Off Season Is Over." Timing. Hopefully, this makes sense to you. We got school season started, football season starting, fall season starting. There's a shift taking place, and for as long as I can remember, I feel like towards the end of summer, it's like the end of the off season. The training, the things that you've been doing to prepare for the next year is being put to test. This came up for a lot of different reasons. Obviously, some of the ones that I just shared, but also yesterday, I was working with a content creator on starting a new show, and I was gonna cross stream it on this channel to do some real-time, some C Moses real-time content with some other content creators. We're still gonna do that, but the thing is, some of the creators did not show up. And one of the biggest things that as we were thinking about, okay, what does that mean, them not showing up? And I say them because there's supposed to be four of us. Two of us was on the stream yesterday, and it's more of, okay, well, let's work with that. What does that mean? We got to go and find some people that are willing to do what it takes to build something in real time. But also, and in that, you got to go and find the right people. There is no time to waste. The fact that some aren't putting the effort that you would like to see does not mean you backpedal. That means you go harder. So there's a couple things that I want to talk about in my first video back. I'm going to be doing these regularly, and then I'm going to cross stream with a show that is going to come out regularly. If it's not next week, it'll be in 2 weeks, because we kind of strategize to find some new creators. And so we're putting the feelers out there. If you're coming across this and you want to be a part of a new show, feel free to hit my email. I think it's in my info and my bio, or in the comment section. Just let me know that you're interested. But this isn't really that call to action. This is more, hey, this is season one. This is build season. The business is going well. I've got the inventory on the water as we speak, meaning it is getting shipped to me. I'm also getting my mold sent to me. A little bit of this is kind of like getting ahead of it, because the fact that my mold, and I say ahead of it, ahead of an announcement, ahead of my marketing strategy, because going forward, I'm going to be made in America. And I'm going to unpack a little bit about why that happened so soon. I went and actually pitched to a senior center, and they were excited about the opportunity for such a unique product to be made here in America. And that had always been something that I was interested in. I just didn't think I was going to do it right away. And so not only kind of the fact that they were like, yeah, we would love to see this here, you can create jobs and this could be like really homegrown. And it was like, yes, I would love to do that. I didn't really think financially I had the means, or it made sense to do it so early. But through the business and through the economic landscape with the tariffs and what's going on, let's just say at large with logistics, it made sense to do it now. And I think a lot of things are going to continue to get either confusing, or it's just going to be extremely expensive to keep the global logistical system the way that it always has been. I think a lot of people are thinking for themselves, or for a small group of people at the top. Meanwhile, the workers, the people with ideas, the people that are the builders trying to build things here, are thinking about, okay, what can I do with what's around me? And so I had to get that mold to be around me. And that's one of the things that I'm excited to then go and take to people and let them know, hey, this product is here. It's made in America. It's homegrown. So as you buy into, whether it's a t-shirt or a planter, you are not just getting one physical product. You're buying into the local economy that builds communities, that builds regions, that builds countries, and eras. Our generation, we have the opportunity to do something very special because of things like this. And I think it kind of, it got to a point where the political discussion became everything when it comes to like streaming. But that doesn't mean that, you know, we don't use these as commercials, pitches, Shark Tanks, all of, you know, everything in between, and also talk a little bit about sort of our thoughts and perspectives on what's going on in the culture. So hopefully you can understand why I'm saying the off season is over. The season is here. This is the beginning of something very special. Like I was talking about at the beginning of this year, how I had just gotten keys to a new office and I was painting, and I got a new car because I got into a car accident, and all of those things continue to progress. And I mean, I'm in the office, right? And I'm using the car, and it's, like I said, I was trying to really just say that it's not about any one material thing, or it's not about any one project that I'm working on. It's about where we're going and where we as a culture are going, because I know that I am just a small piece of a larger puzzle. I actually just had a catch up with a partner at my former firm, and it was amazing. We had put 30 minutes on our calendars and we were chatting up and ended up going over 2 hours. And I say that because, or I bring that up because she is also working on some things that I found to be very interesting. And I had no idea. We had worked together for about 2 years, maybe a little bit more, but never really discussed who we were outside of, you know, the specific projects that we were working on. And we actually didn't, as we were a part of the firm for that duration, wasn't until, I don't know how long or when our first project that we worked together on, but it was like the beginning of, hey, I like working with so-and-so. Kind of just feels like some fresh air, you know? And I think those things where it's like, you might be talking in code or your energy might come off a certain way, it resonates with the right people. And so that's kind of, now I'm going to connect with what happened yesterday with certain people not showing up. All of those things, even though there's friction in certain moments, they end up working out for your favor. Even me leaving my old firm ended up working out to my favor. And it was kind of planned, but it was also kind of like this, I wanted to be here a little bit longer. I wanted to maybe get I had planned on getting another opportunity, and it was starting to brew, but then I got the keys here and I was just like, this is an opportunity that I can't walk away from. So I had taken, because I wasn't going to take the leap until I was truly, truly ready, but you're never really ready. So it happened before I was ready, but so, 8-9 months later, I know that I'm exactly where I need to be. So hopefully that explains a little bit about, why it took, I think it's been about 2 months since the last one. And then that last one, I was like, well, it's been 2 months since I posted before that. So this is I don't know if I'm going to go weekly, daily, bi-weekly. That'll be probably the extent as you don't hear from me. But even in my last video, I let you know different ways to follow and get in touch, because this is a very, very, very special time period. The product keeps getting better. The relationships around me keep getting better. I've been in talks with a lawyer and an investor that is very serious about getting this off the ground. And while I'm doing everything I can, there's certain things that I'm learning that it takes not only just not more than the wherewithal, but there's the education that I need to get in terms of how this needs to be structured, the accounting process, so on and so forth. And again, I'll end with a little bit about my business, The Living Collection. We are a home and garden. Well, this establishment is a home and garden studio, but we make home and garden products. And we've got an ecosystem coming out to help people start growing their own food. You don't need to have a bunch of land. You don't need to have a permanent bed. All you need to have is the desire to have healthy food and a healthy lifestyle. I'm already growing some blackberries in mine and tomatoes in my other, and there's nothing like going out into your yard and picking some fresh food. Now, you don't have to grow food in the planter. You can grow anything. And the thing about plants is that they're alive. And so they will communicate with you. They will communicate with the environment. Um, there's a movie that I think I talked about, but there's a movie that I know Stevie Wonder did the soundtrack. The name of the scientist escapes me. There was a book and a movie that talks about the consciousness of plants and how they're able to recognize people and communicate whether things are going well or not so much. Obviously, you can look at a plant and tell if it's healthy, and then therefore that's communicating positive emotions. But the flip side, there was in that documentary, there was something like they it was like a lettuce plant that had saw the person come in and kill another plant, take it apart. And when that person came in, so they had other people, strangers, walk in, and they had hooked up the plant to one of those systems that kind of is like a lie detector, just kind of talks about the heightened emotions or reads heightened emotions. And when the person who killed that plant came into the room, it was giving off like very anxious vibrations, the plant was. And so that just let the scientists know that these plants are conscious. And I just bring that up because as I hope to connect with people that are in the horticulture environment and just agriculturalists and anybody who, like I said, whether it's your person down the street that's growing a tomato plant or a fruit plant or a fruit bush tree, whatever, what have you, or someone who likes to create the environment around them that is natural and alive and adds different things. I mean, obviously plants also add to the air. So it helps with just the oxygen levels and just energy levels at large. So that's just kind of what I'm bringing up. That's kind of what the Living Collection is about. And the ecosystem is because we have more than one product, but the mobile planter is our signature hero product and what we're going to market with. I'm going to, in a later video, talk about, what October is getting ready to be. We've got a super full schedule for October, a lot of exciting things, events, announcements to make. But I don't want to get ahead of it because our inventory being on the water, anything can happen, as you know. Let's see what else. I think that's it. I think, hopefully you guys hit the like button, hit the comments, kind of welcome me back. Just know that this is going to be a regular basis. Know that everything happens for a reason and the off season is over. So hopefully you're getting ready on any projects that you're working on. You're ready for the fall. If you got kids, they're going to school. That means it's a new season for you. Either have more time on your hands or, you're taking them to practice or you're doing different things that it's not that it's unusual, but it's the beginning of a new year. So get ready, buckle up, and the best is yet to come.